Okay. Hi, everyone. Hope you can hear me. Today's topic and today's question is right here for any one of you who wants to get started with answering them. Why is reality so boring and fake narratives so exciting? So please put your comments there and let's get this party started. Okay. So why is reality so boring and fake narratives so exciting? That is the topic of the day. Of course, if you can see, the relevance is very much with Sushant's justice movement here. So related to that or anything else that is happening in your life, if you have been a victim of any gaslighting or bullying or any kinds of false propaganda against you, anything related to that, you can put your comments out there. And let's check. Okay, so hi Swati, hi Vinita, hi, thank you, hi Sukija, how are you? Okay, yes, so I'm going to put my answer in. Before that, I request you to also think about what makes reality so boring and what is about fake narratives that is so exciting and that keeps people hooked. Okay, because it seems like in a world, in our digital world right now, we are facing a lot of word war of words here. You said this, he said that, she said this, and all kinds of stuff. So how do we combat all these things and actually ensure that reality prevails, that truth prevails? Okay. So that's my question of the day. And let me put the StreamYard link for anybody who wants to join. I am going to show that as well. Okay, so StreamYard is here. Anybody who wants to join and discuss anything that's on their mind? Anything? Okay, so Swati ji says anything that has not crossed our mind makes it interesting. That is so true. Just something to get you excited. That is what I'm trying to pin this comment, StreamYard comment. I saw it on Style yesterday where he was pinning this comment top. How do I do that? Okay. Okay, so the question of the day once again is, what is it with fake narratives that makes it so exciting? Okay, so let me put that question here. Okay. Okay, so here is what I'm thinking. I will just put forward a few points and I'm going to tell a story of the power of words, the importance of words here. Okay, so there was a patient who goes to the doctor and he says that doctor, I'm trying to lose some weight, so I need to do something about it. Can you give me an idea? So he says, okay, so what you do is run 5 miles a day so that you can get your blood sugar to normal. You can take care of your heart health. You can do all these things. So 5 mile every day, keep running. So the doctor says, the patient says, okay, great, that's a great idea. So let me do that. So वो करता रहता है, he keeps running 5 miles, okay, every day. So then one day he's like, okay, this is the 6-month mark and I have to report to my doctor how my health is. So he says, he calls up the doctor and he says, doctor, I am actually running as you said, but what else should I do? Should I come visit you? Because abhi to thoda weight ka matlab it's getting all right, but what else should I do? The doctor says, no, keep running. So then 2 months later, the patient calls the doctor and says, from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, I've already run and I have reached the end of India. So what should I do now? So the doctor is like, that is when he realizes the power of words, that, okay, so I did not tell him the full story. I only told him to run 5 miles. I did not tell him to turn back and run back home. Okay, so the problem with words is you have to tell the full story, give the big picture. Otherwise, it becomes a narrative that is not manageable. Okay, so that's a story with which I want to begin. If you have any anecdotal like stories like this that you have heard, the power of wordplay or anything, you're welcome to come join. And yes, so yes, Swatiji, yes. So, hi, Palomi, how are you? I'm so happy to see all the names that I can recognize. I really appreciate you guys hanging out here with me. So yes, so that is the story, right? That is only the doctor only told the half truth, right? So that is the problem. We have to make sure that we give the full picture to anybody before we start using our words to make an impact on the outside world. Okay, so there is. Let Thank you, Raisji. How are you? So I just wanted to talk about the power of words here today. So, guys, if I say Rasode me kaun tha, if I say Rasode me kaun tha, immediately you know what I'm talking about, and you have the answer on your, the tip of your tongue, right? So, how can you create a narrative that sticks with people and that is valid and that is good and that is reasonable? So that is what we are talking about here. Okay, so so thank you guys. Yes, so you are okay. Aruna is from New York. Okay. So here is the thing, right? So how Rasodame Kantha is that thing, that landmark thing that it's on everybody's mind right now, and we know exactly who was in the Rasoda. Once you hear that meme, you know the answer to it. So that is how you can create a narrative which can stick in the memory of people. That is the power of words. So one of the things that Canada is one of the countries in the world that has socialized medicine. So what they do is every patient who goes and visits the doctor has 10 minutes to tell their medical history, literally. Whether you have gone to see the doctor for your cough or for cancer, you literally have 10 minutes to tell your entire story, because it is socialized medicine. It means it is free medicine for all. There are tons and tons of patients who are in the line literally before you and after you. So you only have 10 minutes to tell your story. In that time frame, how can you tell your story with brevity? How can you tell an effective story? So a lot of people, they have to put down all their points and have to be very precise with what they're about to say. So we are all passionate about the justice movement. We are all passionate about our democracy, about our electoral college. We are very passionate about all these things. But when we don't have the brevity, if we can't convince in effective words what our narrative is, it things will get lost. You go to a party and there is a person with this verbal diarrhea. She's going on and on and on, and you're like, just stop, I can't take this anymore, right? So that is the problem. If you can't use your words effectively, you lose people. Okay, so here is the thing. The other place where I feel words are so important is, here, especially when you're in this branding, you're in sales, and all these places where you have to use your words so diligently. Okay, if you are not, and even if you're a parent, right? You have to sell your idea to your child. You have to delegate something. You have to make him or her work for you, or like finish their homework, or clean up something for you, or do something. So you have to sell that idea. You have to pitch that idea, right? Even if you are talking to your child, even if you're talking to your customer, even if you're talking to your community, anywhere, the power of words is so critical. Okay, so um, the in this whole technological world that we are living in, okay, so I don't know how many of you have heard of the word ghosting. If you know what ghosting is, you're welcome to put that in the comment section, or come join me and talk about it if you have been personally experiencing something like ghosting. Okay, so ghosting is a word that has been recently formed in the age of social media, where if you are in a relationship with somebody, or if you are dating somebody, the other person completely starts ignoring you, like there is no response from them whatsoever. So that is called ghosting. Okay, so in the world, in the digital world, communication has been changing a lot, and now a lot of us are becoming victims of ghosting. So look at how communication has evolved over, the evolution of man 70,000 years ago, since we started verbal communication, and now to written communication, and now from the past 15 years we are communicating using our screens. So ghosting is how we are communicating, and it is, it is also called linear communication, because there is no body language, right? There's no body language. The person that you can see what how the person is saying. If the person is saying in capital letters, you assume that, oh, is she mad or is he mad? You don't know. So ghosting is also some form of a ghosting is also some form of a, you know silence. So what is that silence? We use it as a violent weapon against the people that we love, sometimes to seek revenge, right? That is also a form of communication. There's so many different kinds of communications that are there. And who here knows the four dreaded words in English? Anybody? Let's see if anybody knows the four most dreaded words in English. Uh, I'll tell you what it is. It is actually we need to talk. So we need to talk. If I call up Archana, or if I call up Vinita and I say, Vinita, we need to talk. You know what is going to happen? It is going to be something very scary for the other person, because they don't want to engage with you. They're worried about, why is she saying we need to talk? Is there something going to happen, bad going to happen? Okay, so I have Mukesh Ambani ji on the line here. I am super worried that if I add him to the stream, he'll show me something that I don't want to see. Okay. I'm just kidding. Sir, can I see yours? Okay, he is gone. Okay. So Mukesh Ambani ji is not here. So no. Okay, so the four most dreaded words in English are we need to talk, right? Similarly, can anybody tell me what is the most beautiful word in the dictionary? What is the most beautiful word in the dictionary? Can anybody tell me? Let's see. I'm going to go to the comments in just a second. Looks like there is a party happening without me, so I have to be there. Okay, so the most beautiful word in any language is, for me, it is Rachana, because that is my name, right? So if anybody says Archana or Vinita or Swati or Aruna or Polomi, you're like, ah, those words are like golden. Like, so your name is usually the most beautiful word in the language, right? So that is how usually our wiring works. So let's do a little bit of comments and then get back to this. Okay, I am sure I'm going to get trolled by Mukesh Ambani and people like that. I am. Are there any real people who are ready to join the stream? Okay, so okay, so let's see. I'm going to go to the. Okay. Reality is boring. Okay, Priyanka, thank you. Okay, so reality is boring because it occurs naturally, going through a set process, while fake narratives are created in thin air and there is no foundation to abide by. Yeah, absolutely 100%. So it is so easy to create all these narratives, right, which are exciting. So if I say, for example, uh, I just entered my kid's room and I saw two pink elephants dancing, and my two boys were throwing blue paint to make them turn into blue elephants. So if I do that, what is happening in your brain? Your brain is creating this visual imagery, and it is kind of exciting for the brain. So that is the thing, right? This is the whole point about fake narratives that makes it so exciting for the brain. It's just like, our visual imagery is enhanced. It's exciting for the brain to, think about all those things. So, and fake narratives are made to show people as seeking to attract people so that they become exciting. Yeah, 100%. There is absolutely a lack in the self identity, that you have to patch up your own identity with using all these fake narratives to enhance your persona to the outside world, right? That is obviously, it is coming from a place of lack, right? There is something missing, so let me enhance it with all kinds of fake narratives and like make it all presentable to the world. That is what it is. Okay, so ghosting. So okay, hold on. Ghosting. Okay, this is one of the colleagues. This is more in the dating world too, but also it can be in the real world as well. You can say sometimes the weapon that we use to do that. Yes, absolutely. When there's no reply and you're imagining a river, yes, absolutely. So ghosting must be scares the shit out of me. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Same with. Okay. Hi, Pooja. How are you? Okay. The reason we love Harry Potter. Okay. I have somebody here. Neelima. Okay.
Hey, how
That's
are
okay. Okay.
you?
Hi, Neelima. How are you?
Good, good, good. Can you see me?
Yes, yes, I can. And let me increase the volume here. Okay. Yes, ma'am. How are you?
Good,
Any
I'm good.
reason? Any reason you think that sometimes we are running on these fake and false narratives, and why do you think reality is boring, and like what are people doing?
It's very
What is
genuine.
your opinion?
So how did you get this topic, first of all? From where did you get it?
I know, right? What are we talking about? Fake narratives? We haven't seen any fake narratives at all, right? What am I talking about? I'm just kidding.
I remember a story with
Your
respect to
volume is a
this.
little low, sweetie. Your volume is a little low, sweetie. Can you come?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, yes. Much better. Yeah.
So when I see that question, one story runs in my mind, wherein which was told
Okay.
to me childhood that there are five people, A, B, C, D. So you tell one
Okay.
sentence to the A will tell it to B. That thing, do you know that?
Yeah. The
So
telephone
when
game.
you next person, it goes in a different way. That's how thing happens.
Yes, yes, absolutely. So A had one idea. He wanted to relay something to B. B just added some masala, mirch masala, and all kinds of things. Or he did not even understand what he said. So he's trying to like sound reasonable. So C, D, and E. By the time A to E, it's something completely different.
On there.
It's like the telephone game, right? We used to play in the childhood. All of us sit together, and I used to make my children in the summer camp do that. It is so hilarious. But in real life, it is not that hilarious. Sometimes it is not the.
Verbally or even its words. It's the
Yeah,
game for both. The words
yeah,
can be misunderstood even when we speak or we write, either of the way.
yeah, yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. And words have so much power. We forget that sometimes. That is the problem. Very nice. Um,
Same thing with situations, adjectives, adverbs. People don't know how to use it, where to use it. It ends up with a wrong narrative, obviously.
Yes, 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 absolutely. And commas, like, commas matter, adjectives matter. It is so important. So, here is my question. Is there a favorite quote of yours that has changed your life, or has has bent your mind in a way, that has changed your life? Is there a favorite quote of yours?
Accept change.
Accept change?
I don't want to complicate the words. We have used too many words, people will end up understanding. Two words are enough. Accept
Two words.
change.
Accept change. Okay. I think that reminds me of Jiddu Krishnamurthy's quote. He says that, it's something on these lines. He says, I'm down for anything. I don't usually have a conflict with anything that life throws at me. Just like, obviously he's not advocating for passive action, but he's just saying that be okay with anything, right? Like accept change as it comes. I love it. Love it. Thank you. Thank you. That's a great message.
The better, like
What else
accept the
is,
change. The better way.
yeah, accept the change. Yeah.
Also, they say go with the flow.
That is amazing. Go with the flow, sell an idea to my children, like make them, or tell them how I feel or express myself. I use the power of words. And this is one of the things that I say, adaptability in our digital world is so important because change is happening at an exponential rate. Every single day, there is something else that is happening. And even, we keep upgrading our software on our phones, but we don't upgrade our mental software to stay in the present time, to stay current with our times. I think there is a little bit of okay. So that is a beautiful message. Excuse me?
We need to upgrade ourselves also is what I was saying.
I think there's
with
a
the current thing.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Up a little. You're welcome to hang out here. Am I breaking up or are you breaking up? I don't know. Okay. You're welcome to hang out here and keep talking.
I just jumped in to say you hi.
Okay, thank you, Neelima. Thank you so much. You're welcome to hang out in the backstage. You can keep coming up whenever you want to. I'm just going to talk about a little bit about the power of words and just.
Yes. Okay, bye.
Okay. Thank you, bye. Okay, so I'm just going to keep you here. Okay, well, you're here. Okay, so okay, the next point is, let me look at the comments. Okay, I have a few comments here. Let's see. Depends on Mama call. Okay, when Mama calls me by my full name, I'm scared to. So her question, her word is we need to talk, but if somebody is calling, if her mom is calling her by her full name, that is what scares her. Okay. Very funny. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. And Sumi, I think that is what it teaches me. Spontaneity is what COVID has taught me. Absolutely, to just be ready to change the game at a moment's notice and just be ready to accept whatever comes our way. I agree 100%. Yes. So लोग suddenly दिखाते हैं अपनी पर्सनालिटी के एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं कि लोग खुद अज्यूम कर ले. ओके. थोड़ा डीप हो गया है पूजा जी. Okay, so I think it was my internet connection. I apologize, Vinita. I think I was asking Neelima to take care of her connection, but I think it is mine. If it still doesn't, let me try to see if I can do anything about my internet connection. If I'm still not visible, please, I put my phone on the thing. Okay, so let's get. So what is your question? What can be the reason behind the fake narratives? I think Swati has a question, but Archana, can you please repeat it? Sorry, I think I missed a few messages here. Archana, can you please put your question again? I have a quick question. What is the reason behind the fake narratives, right? I'm just going to address that a little bit here. So sometimes what happens is, so again, we are talking about using tool in the toolbox, right? We are build bridges or burn them. What are you going to use it for? Are you going to burn the bridges with loved ones and strangers using your words, or are you going to build bridges? That is up to you, what you want to do, right? And the reason for fake narratives, that's tons and tons. See, good intentions are not enough. Good intentions are not enough. Good words that make the true and the most positive and lasting change are the key. Okay, here, especially in the justice moment. I'm actually Okay, I cannot go off on a rant because this is my show and I don't want to sound a little angry and frustrated. But the point I'm trying to make here is okay, so I think I see Deepak Ji as well. I can add him. Hello, sir. Deepak Ji, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
Hi.
How are you?
Good, good, good.
Right?
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm doing well. Thank you.
yeah.
So the
Our
question,
curtain
the
has
question
suddenly
here,
got. Go ahead. What's the
okay.
question?
No, the
What is
question
the
of the
question?
day is the question of the day is how are fake narratives being set up and why are they more exciting than reality itself? That is a question.
See, let me tell you one thing. If you are having a plain food, would you like it? Plain, bland, isn't it?
Okay.
You need
Yeah.
little bit of spice, or like you can say pickle or chutney, isn't it? To have your food,
Okay.
or you have salad or something like this. And plus, we
Yeah.
being Indian, we like little bit
Yeah.
of more, you know, chatpata. So
Uh-huh.
narratives, why they are created, that I wouldn't be knowing, but yes, they are created for distraction. They are indeed
Yeah.
created to make sure that your focal point, what is your motive, to distract from there, to
Yeah.
derail your project. So
Absolutely.
fake narratives are as good as derailing your project or derailing to the destination that you're trying to go, and it may be a benefit. They are beneficiary, maybe because um, like for
The
example,
attention is the
yeah,
attention is going to be on them. The spotlight is going to be on them. So I think that is also one of the advantages. Yeah.
yes. And also what happens is, there's always, if you see, conspiracy always have a lot of attention, no matter
Hmm.
what. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if there is a meeting of any thought process that we are talking, the meeting
Yeah.
gets heated, and then you tell them, okay, listen, we have just talking about this, we are not yet planned. So before even planning, people start getting into the gossips, or
Yeah.
start. And sometimes what happens is, suppose if your project, you are the leader of the project,
Yeah.
and team members, they won't like you to come up, so they, to pull you down, they have these kind of fake narratives, which can
Absolutely.
go against you. And it is their benefit because maybe they are beneficiary in terms of they are involved into it, or indirect involvement,
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
from somebody else's shoulder.
Exactly. No,
Yeah,
and I think your point is bang on with real like bland, just fact based, solid stories, just like so blah. And when you add so much of like drama into it, it's just much more palatable and like much more enjoyable. I think that is the whole point here. It's amazing. Uh,
uh,
thank you, Deepak Ji. That's awesome.
problem.
Any positive, like any life changing quote for yourself that has changed the trajectory of your own life, like it can be famous or something that you have come up with, that that one liner that changes your perspective every time you think about it. What is that?
All I could say is, don't judge, improve yourself. Don't judge,
Brilliant. Yeah.
improve yourself.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
it says it all. Don't judge in the sense, then you are not bothered about anybody. And improve yourself is focus on your own good things that you are having, possessing, or there might be some areas that you need to progress, you need to develop yourself.
Yeah.
So on that, and that's what I would
Exactly.
say.
There's so
I
much
would
to
say
do. There is so much to do. There is so much to do, and we cannot waste or spend time judging other people or just like trying to fix anybody else before we fix ourselves. That's amazing. Yeah,
exactly,
completely agree
exactly.
with you, sir.
I was sitting with a couple of groups, and there was a
Yeah,
gentleman who was having a problem. He had problem when he
yeah,
went to US. He has problem when he was in Italy, in France, and now
yeah,
he has a problem in UK. So I told him, if you see, what are the cause? So he says, oh, I'm not happy. So I told him, you need
yeah,
to change your perception. Happiness is all in your mind. The way you take things, mind
yeah,
always tell you to do things, and your body does that way. So if you're not happy inside, so no matter what planet on the earth you go, on what geographic area
yeah,
you go, you're not going to be you're not going to be happy,
yeah,
And the
Yes,
happiness is
yes.
within yourself. It's your perception, you know. If you look at
Yeah,
the mirror
yeah,
every day and you think you're going to change, no, you have to change
yeah.
yourself, and the mirror will reflect your change. So
Absolutely.
looking at the mirror cannot change
Mirror
you.
doesn't lie. Mirror doesn't lie. It doesn't lie. And
Who?
the mirror doesn't lie, and absolutely true. You will always see the change, that compound effect of how you are changing and developing yourself every single day in the
Indeed,
mirror.
indeed.
That's
Yes,
all.
yes, yes. A man is a virtue of a mirror, they say, you know. What you see
Yeah,
in the mirror is what your reflection is.
yeah,
So there are a lot of people, they think, you know, the mirror is going to change me. The mirror is going to change me. I say, no, you have to change
yeah,
yourself. Mirror is going to show you the change.
yeah,
It's you. So
yeah,
I always
yeah,
say, you know, focus on yourself. People have loads of things and people can develop.
yeah,
The only thing is, because it's so much into our domain nowadays, I think
yeah,
if I see today's grandmother and the grandmother 70 years back, it would be totally different, you know, a
yeah.
function. Even the old people, I would say, because we have come into so much of internet, artificial
Yeah,
technology. The world is far away, yet it is so close. You can talk to me, I can talk to you, because you're
yeah,
miles away in US,
exactly.
I'm in UK, and any part of. So it has got us connected, but still, all these things is so much rush that we have lost patience on anything. We have
Yeah, we
forgotten to.
have
So I always tell people,
in the
take
connection, the
pause.
basic humanity. We have lost connection with that. Yeah,
Exactly. We have
yeah.
lost
Take a
mindfulness.
pause.
We have lost, yeah, because we are running so much. It's like you have accelerated so fast that if you apply a brake suddenly, you are going to fall on your face. So I say always, don't accelerate yourself unless until you're confident, you know, and slowly pick up the motion.
Yeah,
I always take baby steps. Yeah, achieve small goals
yeah,
to fulfill your main goal. So those
yeah,
small
yeah.
goals always will lead you. It's like a network, you know. A plant is not
Right.
like developed one
And
single.
project your and yeah, and project your own truth, right? Like the whole point of this is like the fake narratives and the authentic narrative. The war between these two things is project your own truth and stand in your own personal truth. Because
Exactly.
if you are really, yeah, and if you're authentically aligned to your own truth, there's no need
Mhm.
of spreading all these fake narratives and things that don't matter. Yeah.
Well, it
Thank
is
you.
true.
Thank you, Deepak ji, as always.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
please speak.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Welcome. No, I was saying, like, um,
yeah,
people should be mindful that no matter what we are working for, um, a motive or an organization,
yeah,
or a project, anything that you have it, yeah, I would
yeah,
say always be mindful. And a single man cannot do anything, but if it's a
yeah,
group of like-minded people, and if you think there's no competition, all I have to do is perform, and
yeah,
the performance
yeah,
are reward. But people should come out of this conniving,
yeah.
mind with conspicuous theory going into their
Mm.
mind, and try to
And
say that
whatever comes into their mind, yeah, whatever comes into their mind, dumping it onto the public platforms and just like creating all kinds of chaos. Yeah,
indeed,
absolutely.
and that too without
Yeah,
thinking. If a kid is lying,
yeah,
we always say, oh, so cute, he's so naughty.
yeah,
But if
yeah,
an adult is lying, so they say, oh, what a development he must have had. The background, that
yeah,
upbringing is wrong.
yeah,
So it
yeah,
always reflects your character and your background. So I always
yeah,
tell people, be mindful. You're grown up people. After 25 years of age, you're fully grown up man to individually take your own decisions.
yeah, yeah.
So, and people who are listening also, I would say, they should think before believing anything. Do they have really an evidence? Because ifs and buts there are plenty,
Yeah,
but is
exactly.
it a fact? Because facts are always true,
There
ifs
can
and
be
buts
so
are
many
not true.
questions. Exactly. There can be so many questions, so many dilemmas, so many things. But at the end of the day, you have to see Pratyaksh mein Praman, right? You have to see that in front of you to believe it. Is that really believable just because somebody said so? Does that make it reality? So
Indeed. Because
that's
I
awesome.
always think is facts, it is always black and white, I would say.
Yeah.
and either
It
right or
is.
wrong. Yeah,
And
either that's right or wrong, because no matter if the loser is onto the right
yeah.
hand side, I would always support him rather than being on the wrong side, who's the winner. So
Yeah.
nowadays it's a shame, the world has been classified as winners and losers. It's become a number game rather than being a right and wrong game. Previously, people
Eh,
used to say, this is right, this is wrong. Now it's like, oh, he's a loser, he's a winner.
yeah.
So many contacts.
The
He's got so many.
labels that have been created, absolutely I agree with you. And see, that's what I was telling earlier. Good intentions are not just good enough. You have to deliver through your words, and you have to deliver that message which stands by your own truth. Because here, as you said, individual freedom, right? Our free will is meeting collective communal responsibility. So whatever you are
Correct.
feeling, you cannot
Uh-huh.
just dump it onto the public platform, and these two things will collide. So our free
Correct.
will is matching communal responsibility. Are these two things aligned or not? Whatever you're saying, if it is
Yes.
garbage, it is not sustainable in the long term, because people will see through it at the end of the day. So,
Exactly. But
and
also, people should be mindful. Our young generation, they are
yeah,
based on what we will tell them. Like we followed
yeah,
always. We. I mean, I don't know. We always went through the right thing. Our family did always put us some mindful things in our mind.
yeah,
But nowadays youngsters, they see lots of internet media. We used to look around for things. Before,
yeah,
in our days.
yeah,
Now things come to you.
yeah.
As soon as you open your WhatsApp, Facebook, you
It's
see
like a
so many
fire
things,
hose
and you
of
think,
information. Fire hose of
exactly.
information. Yeah, yeah,
Yes, yes,
yeah,
yes, indeed. But are they safe enough for us? Are they going to change a narrative? Are they going to
yeah,
change the way of our living? Because there are a lot of things they scare you.
yeah,
Like, for
yeah,
example, vaccine. Some people
yeah,
think they shouldn't take it. Okay, it's
yeah,
okay. You should not take it, but you can't tell others, don't take it. It's
yeah.
not nice. Because some
Without any
people may
proof.
need that vaccination.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, you can't take it. It's okay. You can say, I am not taking it. It's my choice. But
Yeah,
then your choice, you can't throw it on others. You can always
yeah,
give your point of view. You can't throw your opinion on others.
yeah, yeah. Absolutely.
So
No,
opinion
thank you,
opinion
sir.
is something.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. No, no, you're welcome to hang out, Deepak ji. I just want to talk about this question that is on the screen. Basically, what is the reason behind the fake narratives? And as you were saying, see, sometimes whether you are in a post of an authority, or like if you are in the spotlight, you tend to get carried away by all that spotlight on you, and keep using all your words to continue to stay in the spotlight. I think that is when the problem happens. And
Indeed.
everybody wants, yeah, everybody wants a sounding board. They want to make their story heard. They want to feel visible, and they want to make an impact, and all those things. And in those things, we forget the origin of the original story that we were backing up all the way, and we
Yeah.
get carried away into the false narratives. Yeah. uh,
It is
so
the game of like, getting more of like popularity, gaining popularity.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
yeah,
exactly,
fame,
exactly. Who is in
fame,
the popular game? Yeah,
yeah, popularity, fame. No matter what, people think, oh, I'm gonna win this, but
exactly.
they don't understand the consequences of that winning
The
can always be.
long term damage that they're doing to the movement, or anything. Yeah, yeah. It's
If you
and
see a
oh,
if you see a protector, when I we used to be in the school, the
yeah,
teacher say, I had 1 degree difference in my angle, which was taught,
yeah,
and then I
yeah,
just said to the teacher, it's just 1 degree difference.
yeah,
So took the protector, kept on the border of the edge of the blackboard, and see, this 1 degree here is very little,
yeah.
but when it grows, it becomes very bigger.
That is amazing. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and you
So don't
just,
a point
when you
zero one degree
scale it up,
when you
it is
scale it
a
up.
unmanageable angle difference. Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. So it can
That's
be
awesome.
like, they say 1920 difference, but that
Yeah,
1920, when it goes upscaling, it
yeah.
becomes a huge difference. It's like to bridge the gap, then.
And yeah, and at such a global scale,
Uh-huh.
Even the smallest words and the smallest fake narratives can blow up into gigantic proportions and just leave a huge gap between the people who actually mean well and between people who are trying to sabotage. Absolutely.
I would put it this way, that the fake narratives are like a contamination to the society.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like
They're,
a few drops of dirty water into a pure water. It's a
yeah,
contamination. Yeah. So
yeah,
the water is not
absolutely.
edible anymore. So what I mean to say is those fake narratives are contamination to the society, contamination to
Absolutely.
the mind of the society, and it's a dangerous contamination to the mind, which is growing, which is
Yeah.
flourishing, which needs nourishment of life. And if you give these kind of fake narratives, they are going to grow up on the fake narratives. So the base would not be strong.
Yeah,
So no matter
exactly.
how.
And you start to question the whole validity. You start to question the whole validity of the movement. Like you're like, okay, so which story was credible? Like what is, you know, okay, I think Varun is here.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Namaste, Varunji.
Okay, namaste. I didn't want to be in the stream, but that's okay. I came here just for the back end support, Rachana.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
please go on. Please go on. Now, since I'm
Okay.
here, what I'll do is I'll quickly just say hi. Give me
Okay.
1 second. All right. So yes. So sorry.
No, no, sorry. I think you said don't take me and I didn't realize that. Sorry, sorry.
That's okay. That's fine. No, I just wanted to say, great conversation. Please carry that forward. And I see Ramona ji as well. Yeah, I don't want to be part of this amazing conversation. Hello, Ramona ji.
Thank you.
Hi, how are you? Hi,
Hi.
Rachana.
Hi. Thank you, Ramonaji. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay.
How
The
are you?
question was,
Yeah,
Deepak
fake
ji.
narrative. Yeah, hi, Deepak ji. So the
Yeah.
question, can I say or somebody else has to say? It's okay. I
I
can
think Deepak
speak
ji, are you
later.
done? Deepak ji, are you done? Or you can, I mean, you're welcome to finish whatever you're saying.
No, I
Yeah.
think so. Let's continue. I would also request Mr. Varun also to say what his thoughts are on fake narratives and what could be.
A lot. Not two lines. We could have hours and hours, but yeah, Lamona ji, why don't you say something?
Okay, yeah, I and Varun, we are victims of total fake narratives, and one will come more. Another new section will come in the night time, 12 o'clock, 2 and 3 also. So more fake narratives. See, it depends upon a person. Would you like to pick up the fake narrative, or would you like to use your brains and say, "I let it go"? Now, these fake narratives, I generally find it in people who have a narcissistic sort of character, their behavior. They only have one thing in mind, that whether it's lies, it's total lies. I just want a band of followers around me. And those followers are nothing but unbrainless bucks. So whatever that person says, stand, sit. And if the person will show you the moon, Rachna, and will tell you it's the sun, believe me, if you've actually been with I have been with a person, so I know. So he'll be forced to tell that it is not the sun, it is the moon, when in fact it will be the sun. And
Yeah.
believe me, a true person will have 10 followers, but a person with fake narratives will even have a lakh followers. And they all will call all of us 10 people as mad idiots. And we are the ones who are the most brainies. So I
Yeah.
think so. My case rests here up till now. Believe me, whatever derailment there is, Varun, don't worry. Many more good strain of fake narratives are going to be on the way. Many more are going to go in the fake narratives. So, and this is something why I'm saying it, because from a spiritual point of view, Rachna, what I learned is these fake narratives actually feed you of your energy also.
Yeah.
Even when you are not the fake person. I have a
Yeah.
very close blood relation who is, and they speak so much lies that even you are saying this is the truth. Believe me, everyone will pinpoint fingers at you. That much bad a fake narrative is. So tomorrow, even if somebody comes and shows us that these are the real pics of SSR who has been cremated and all, still people will say he is in the Himalayas. Even if Prime Minister Modi will come and
I
say, Mota Bhai will come and say, everyone will say, you are wrong.
No, we are already making trips to go and see the real SSR there, right? So that
No,
is the
that's the
other fake.
way. I think so, Rachana. That's a way of
you know, I
fleecing
tell you,
people of money in the wrong way.
yeah.
So fleecing people of money, the bus has spoiled, now no money. Everything will come out, everything will come out. But I just can't get it. Why aren't the agencies really putting a full stop to this? Because a
So
bad name is coming on our agencies. That is a Dubai agency controlling all of it. Seriously.
the problem is, see, they are not addressing any, the agencies are not addressing any real positive narrative, so they cannot even address the fake unreal narrative. So they are probably like just, off the grid as far as how to address the media and everything, and the public,
No,
because how much
Rachna,
can they manage?
yeah,
Yeah,
because in one of the videos, they have clearly mentioned that our PM Modi is a clone. That's the reason he's grown a long beard.
yeah.
Okay.
And
So,
Google
so
has,
let me,
we
yeah,
let,
let
let's
me
let's,
just add
let's be
something, right?
on that. Let's
Let
be.
me add
So
something
just to
here.
tell, just one line, then I'll just go because I
okay.
need to tell. That's why when, sometimes Vishrut uses the word, use your own brains. Use your own brains. That's what even Sushant is shouting at us. Use your own brains. Right now, believe me, he must be having a laughter comedy after certain time in the night. He must be saying, Lo aa gaye. It's, see, today I have around 7,000 on my channel. But believe me, there are few readers who every day
Yeah.
say,
So that's
"Oh,
what here
Sushant
was.
Soul came
Uh,
and told us that this is the," and they are having readers, and so many people are there on the page. So I said, "What do they want me to sit, lie that Sushant is coming?" One lady came, "Hurry, I have got up 12 in the night. Sushant came near my bed and jerked me. Go and answer this to the people." So that's when I say, where are the brains gone? That is
right.
fake narrative.
No, but that is what
Rachna, do
is
whatever you want. Those
so fake
people
part
are
of the
not going to,
history.
they will not get that thing out of the mind of the fake narrative. Even after this case is finished, done, they will say Varun was wrong, Romana was also wrong. Only
See,
one
Michael
person was right.
Jackson, Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson, and John F. Kennedy. Am I the one who's breaking up all the time? Okay. Okay, so Michael Jackson, and John F. Kennedy, they're all somewhere in Cuba having a good time. They are not dead; they're still alive. Those the world has been like talking about all these things, all these rappers who keep dying with gun violence and all those. People think that they're not dead because they're these ardent fans of them who want them to be alive, and we also obviously want our hero to be alive, but we are able to distinguish between like what is reality and what is not, right? So that is, as you were saying, using our discretionary power, using our mind to make that right choice between what is real and what is unreal is so important, and
Yes.
people are not ready to do that. Because what happened, so to your question, and to a lot of people who are asking the question about why fake narratives are ruling the roost, is because people give up your sovereign power to other person who is saying that trouble off of your head. Believe me, this people are ready to do that, because it is very easy being the victim. Na? If you are the leader, you have to do all the work. But if you are a victim, it's okay. You can just sit back and relax. That is usually why the problem is, and why these fake narratives thrive.
Right.
And there will
So
be
Yeah,
no fake
Varun, you're welcome to say
narratives
anything. I
coming
mean,
the way.
correct. And I'll just say a few lines, before anybody drops. But first thing, Rachna, I think you're
yeah,
definitely having some kind of network
yeah.
issue, because there is always a lag, and you're cutting in and out. So I thought initially it was me, but I think it's happening on your end. So just letting you know that definitely there is some
Okay.
internet
So let me do
issue.
something.
All
Okay.
right.
Thank you.
So what I was about to say was, when you talk about the fake narratives, right? I mean, I'll tell you a very funny thing. It was so badly put on me that I took the $6 million that I had to, one night I was just sitting and checking all my accounts, and looking at, kahin sach mein to nahi koi $6 million aa gaye yaar, are you kidding me? They uh, put it in your head like anything, and then you start. And I don't blame, people, because end of the day, if you keep on telling the same thing again and again and again, people will start thinking, yaar, aise kyun bol raha hai, this guy definitely would have had some kind of proofs or evidences, that's why. But they don't think logically that, maybe that's his only job, that's the only source of income, and that's. But anyways, again, not talking about a specific person. uh, yes, Ratnakar ji, people have started saying me I've become the clickbait for him, and he's using all the sessions and everything, using my name as well and certain other names, and he's again connected me with certain people jinke saath I don't even talk. I don't even have any kind of connections, but that's a separate thing on me. Again, forget me for a second, forget Varun Kapur, forget anything anybody is doing. But Sushant, for example, I'll tell you, and I wanted to do this on my show, but maybe since Rachana has picked up this topic, I'm gonna just bring this up right away. This whole Kedarnath trip that is being planned, right?
Yeah.
Again, another fake narrative says, guy, the body double or whatever he is, some Tiwari. I'm very confident, he's gonna be taken along this trip. People are gonna be made aware that, what, this is the beauty of, or the spirituality of Sushant, that you were able to witness Sushant in a different body and you were able to see and whatnot. Some bullshit. Now, since I've said it on live, maybe this will not happen now, but I was very sure that this is going to be the game plan, that they will make people believe that, Sushant is still alive. Yes, he's alive. People, everybody knows
He's
he's alive.
alive in our hearts.
Exactly. He's alive in our hearts, in our minds. And that's what we are doing. Again, one of the last topics we saw, people were getting a little angry and upset with the family. Again, same thing I'm going to say. When did the family come to me or to anybody to say, Varun, please fight for us? Or, Yash, please fight for us. Please speak about us on YouTube. Please speak about on social media. When did the family say that? Family didn't commit. I'm not here for the family. I'm not doing it for the family. I'm doing it because I want to do it for Sushant. So, going by the same thing, all the narratives that will come that family is not talking about it, family is against, they've broken, their stepsister, stepbrother, multiple wives and all that BS. People are still taking it. I don't know why. They're not even using their brain. But then there is also another thing that has come up is the last comment I'm going to make on this topic again. They're trying to defame people now and take them out of this campaign. So all these fake narratives around people, which have no head, which have no tail to it, have no backing whatsoever, all these fake narratives, they are being supported by some certain cults. And I don't want to kind of derail all the discussion, but you know all the money, all the support, the count of people following these people is coming because of that cult. And people need to understand, all of a sudden, if somebody is getting so much, an army is being created. Guys, use your brain. How and what is happening, why are people being targeted, and again, sit down and see who are those people being targeted. Stay away from such fake narratives. But at the same time, the last comment, again, I've made this multiple times. uh, NK Sood, about 3 months ago or 2.5 months ago, he put up a tweet that something is happening around my YouTube, something is happening around my outreach, which is not going beyond certain count. Imagine an ex-raw officer saying that, putting it on public domain, and now recently I saw he created a new YouTube channel because he feels something is
Yeah.
going. Versus these fake narrative people who, wherever they go, whatever channel they are getting 20,000, 30,000, 40,000 views. Just look it for yourself. It will tell you what kind of mindset people have, what things they. And again, I'm not saying people who are giving the views are just following them. It is definitely something that interests everybody as a human. That's a human tendency, I would say. Everybody wants to get some masala, some entertainment, some sensational. But if somebody like NK Sood is giving you some logical information, they will say, you know what, that information is there. Whenever we have some free time, we'll go and maybe browse through it. But that is not very important right now. The important thing right now is, let's look. And one thing that was brought to my attention this morning, actually, now people are again starting to fund. They're again starting to doing those some super chats and all that stuff. Somebody giving 12-15 pounds and all that stuff. Guys, sunna hai, suno yaar. Why are you funding such people? Why don't you take that 11 freaking pounds, give it to a poor kid, give it to an
Yeah.
NGO who's trying to get those books and pens? Again, do something meaningful. जहाँ पर कुछ worth तो होगा. This is my message to you. Please stop putting money on these fake people. Use it wisely. इससे अच्छा तो मैं कहूँगा, go drink coffee or a tea, or take a friend along with you and pay for that. Please use your every single penny wisely. Fake narratives of fake people ke upar, don't waste your money. Already you're wasting your time. That is okay. At least Google is paying or YouTube is paying them for that. You don't have to add to that. And if you have extra money, there are many people who would love. I'll again, just to wrap it up, one last comment. Preeti Pandey's foundation, right? I have now personally witnessed so many things. Yesterday or day before, Shefali went to that foundation, saw all the kids. Look at how happy they were with one single cake. Can you not spend your 10, 12, 15 pounds, even a single dollar, man, on kids like these and bring that smile on those faces every single day? Stop doing, stupid things and activities. Again, I get a little aggressive because I really am so sad looking at how the money, hard-earned money, everybody's, and especially people who are outside of India. I don't know about anybody, but everybody is breaking their thing to earn money, to sustain, to survive. Every single dollar matters. अगर आपके पास extra है तो do it on kids, give it to kids. There are things that needs to be done for kids in different parts of the world. उनके लिए कर दो यार, कहाँ कर रहे हो? So again, I'm gonna sign off. I just wanted to be here to kind of help.
Just one thing, Varun, please, whenever you're going in your helicopter, I need one ride in your helicopter. Please.
Okay, you know what?
No, no,
Actually,
Me.
yeah, no,
Please.
you've given me an
So
idea.
we both will go together. We both
हाँ,
will
नहीं,
go
नहीं.
together.
अभी तक I don't even have that helicopter. Maybe I should do this. I should open up a fund now. People who have extra money, please fund it. I want a helicopter, yaar. Why
No,
not?
but we are coming and talking here, so we should get some discount, Varun.
Free rides for
Please.
you. Free rides for you. Just be my
Free 15 minutes only. 15 minutes.
yeah. Be
15
part of my army. Be part of my army, and I'll take you free for cost.
So that's
I
what I was
want-
saying. Never has Varun invited me in his helicopter. How mean he is, Now let's see why tomorrow I may end up with some, my God, how much breaking news per breaking news is coming.
No, see, we are. So I wanted to address Freeze Dhamji's question on this. Should we counter these alternative facts that people are creating, or should we correct them, or should we just let them go? I think that is a beautiful question. But there is some point at which you can let it go. Up to some point you can let it go, but if it's just going beyond the bizarre and completely unworldly, I think that's when we have to put a check on it. I think that's what we are trying to do intermittently, right? Like putting a check once in a while to
See, Rachana,
like
you are an expert at it. But what I feel, the first step should be ignorance, because when they are ignored now, that's when either they will let out their reality in a more worse way. Then
see bullying me, that's what you do. You ignore them so that you don't feed that feed
but
their
they've
rush.
reached all levels of besharamness.
I love how you say it. I love how candid you are. वो level of बेशरमनेस आप कह रहे हो ना, इनमें तो वो बेशरमनेस की इनको बीज ही नहीं पता होगा, and that's how bad they are right now. Again, Freeze has put up another comment that he acknowledged himself last night. He's making money, some $500-$600, the same who was
My
accusing me a couple of days ago. Yeah, I mean, look at it. People. I saw somebody from, I don't know, Cambodia or somewhere. That screenshot that was sent to me. had about 10,000 whatever that currency is, which is like about
Yeah.
1,100 rupees. Somebody said. So all that combined together, if they're making from the YouTube and all, I mean, yaar, और कितना पैसा बेवकूफ बना के और लोग बेवकूफ तुम देखो, watch it, but don't give money, man. That's what I say. Anyways, I'm gonna go off. Rachana, please carry on. And now
Yeah,
looks like
Rachana, you're doing a wonderful job.
Yeah, thank you.
Wonderful job.
Thank
yes,
you.
the best.
Wonderful. And
Thank you,
great
thank
to you,
you.
Varun. Varun, don't forget the helicopter ride. I will not leave you for that.
I
Huh?
don't know. अभी
It's already
विनीता
on
जी ने
record. It's
yeah,
already on record now.
Vinita ji ne abhi
Yeah.
she spilled a secret as well, and I hate her for doing this.
What
For
happened?
telling what she said, that she already sat in my helicopter on this Sunday.
क्या
And
बात
I
है?
didn't come out.
Next Sunday we'll come.
Absolutely.
ये देखो
All right.
मिस्टर ये भी आ गया बस अभी एल्बो कॉफ के साथ. Okay.
Aditya Thackeray. Oh yeah. A lot of people, right? If you remember the last session I did couple of days back, there were all these people. Oh man, there was Uddhav Thackeray ji. There was
Oh
Aditya
my
Thackeray.
God.
Even on
These-
Styles yesterday, there were a lot of people.
Oh really? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, they're everywhere now, and they won't come on camera, of course. They won't speak, but most of them will just come and put in the private chat and all that stuff that they'll do. So thank you, Aditya ji.
I know.
So,
I don't know what
I
elbow
think
cuff
we'll-
is. I'll also do the elbow cuff, but yeah, exactly. So,
Chalo,
all
bye.
right.
It's excellent.
Okay, thank you,
Rachana.
guys.
Keep
Thank you.
doing
Thank
your
you.
work. Bye, Varun. Bye. Take care.
Bye.
God bless. God bless.
Thank you. So let's go. I don't want his comment on the screen. I'm just going to keep the question of the day so that we can continue talking on our agenda. Guys, I seem to have missed a truckload of questions, but I remember she wanted to go back to, hold on. Archana had a question. I'm not sure if anybody can post it again. Okay. Again. What if you counter and correct and then they come back with another one? Okay, so here is the thing, right, Freesdamji? So the thing is, the reason why I put up this question is that reality is boring and fake narratives are obviously very, very exciting is because they very limited options with reality, right? We cannot cook up, like we cannot keep cooking up new things, but fictional stories mein kya hai? You can just make up as many things as you want. Because the origin story doesn't have to matter. Like there's so many things that don't have to matter. There's no validity to what they have to say. There's nothing nobody is going to put a check on it. So we at the end we'll just do whatever we can to keep countering, and it's up to the flame is still going to be on only until we are giving it gas, right? So if you're going to ignore them, as Ramanaji was saying, you ignore them, you're going to let that die down a little bit. Okay, there are people, of course, who are not going to let that die down. People believe in that, then that is going to continue. But it is up to us to, fuel the right kind of fire. Okay, so let's see. Anybody else who wants to talk there, to come join. I'm just going to say something here. StreamYard link. Let's put the StreamYard link here if anybody wants to join. And I will also paste it on the comment section if anybody wants to join. Hopefully, guys, if anybody knows how to pin this to the top, please let me know. I would love to do that. I don't have to keep posting it again. Style was doing it yesterday. I don't know how he did it, but okay. So let's get back to, so we are talking about all the wrong things, how not to do all the wrong things, right? But what are the right things to do? So we were talking earlier, standing in our own personal truth, standing in alignment with our own personal values. So let's say my personal value is integrity, and I want to come across to people as a person with integrity. So how do I do that? My words have to convey that integrity, how I am standing in my own personal truth. And so there's a client of mine who says her values are kindness. So what is that kindness? No matter what, in spite of anybody who's gaslighting her or who is bullying her, she will stand in her own personal truth of kindness, and she will let it go. So if you know, even to freeze Dhamji's question, how will you know that you can align to the truth is by standing in your own core personal values. So on the comment section, what your true personal value is in one word or like a sentence, what you think is your personal, thing, because that helps you align with your reality. Okay, and all these negative, you can get rid of all these negative things. Okay, in this what they want to focus. So what we are doing here is freeze. Dhamji, you're welcome to. I think you're Yash. I think Yashji, you're welcome to come and let's talk if you have the time. So the idea is, the reason why this is important is we are just equipping ourselves with the right tools. We are not. This is also equally important if we have to shield ourselves against any kind of fake narratives entering into our psyche. That's what we are doing here. And this is also us trying to establish what is the reality for us, what is the truth for us, so that we don't get carried away by false negatives. Okay, so think, and then you keep bringing them. Okay, why some people don't show their real personality? Okay, this is a great question. Self-respect. 1 second, I think Ramona ji says self-respect is her very, very key value that she always wants to protect. And once she gets to that Y junction, right, of which ones she wants to follow, she will go with the narrative that preserves her self-dignity, self-respect. I think this is beautiful. I think Raji says belief, the right kind of belief is a good value to have. I think. Okay, so why some people don't show their real personality? Okay, so identity is kind of a something that I wanted to also pick up, Pooja, in a little bit in a later segment, but I would like to talk about identity because we are talking about it anyway here. So the identity is shaped by a lot of things. I have talked about it extensively on my website. I have created 4 or 5 videos, like 5-minute videos. Anybody can see it and try to understand midlife crisis, the formation of identity, and how some people live in perpetual, so as a teenager you start trying to think about what your identity is and all that, right? But it is also shaped by parental expectations from society, how you should be living as a human being, right? So whatever your aspirations are and whatever community thinks you should live like, those are the two things that form our identity and that shape us. And of course, there's a third aspect, which is our ever-changing circumstances. Some people don't show their real personality, real true self, is because they are ashamed of it. They are not comfortable with who they really are. There is underlying in the underlying. Okay, hi Priyanka, how are you? In the underlying thing, so the basis is fear, because if they show their true self, people might not like who they are and they are ashamed of their true self. That is why people don't show their true personality. You can have a follow-up if you want, Pooja. But hello, Miss Priyanka, how are you? Okay, so let me see. I just want to put the question so that Priyanka can also see it. Can you see me? I think you're breaking up a little bit, sweetie. Looks like I am the one who is breaking up all the time. Okay. Okay. Let's see. If Priyanka comes back, I'll take her. But right now, I think she's a little bit of frozen here. Okay. So this is so the inner compass that we are talking about. The inner compass that we are talking about, that will tell our true value. So whoever is spreading fake narratives, right, if they can think about their own internal compass, why am I doing what I'm doing? Is this my true personality? Is everything valid that is coming out of my mouth? If they can question all these things, then they will be able to align with their true self. So, and that is why these the problem of fake narratives and all these comes up. Okay, so I can actually, if there are, there is some alternative conversation that's happening here, but let's see, anybody else who wants to talk about. So I just want to end with this thing about how communication matters and how we have to shun all these fake narratives, right? So let me explain to you how good public speaker, if you are interested in becoming a leader, because see, wordplay is charisma. If you are able to play with words. So I'll tell you, there is a comedian called Lindy West here in the US. What she says is, being fat is at the same time being visible and invisible. So look at the wordplay that she is using. Being fat is at the same time being visible and invisible. Look at that. So if you see that, what he's trying to say is, people ignore her because she's fat, but at the same time she's so fat and she's so heavy that she's always, people can see her. So that's the first line of her book, and it's just an amazing play of words, right? So how do we use the play of words to build our own personal charisma if we are interested in becoming a leader? So let me explain to you what those few aspects are of good communication. So of course there are so many different ways that we can communication can be negative, but what are the elements of positive communication? Positive communication always starts with active listening. Am I paying attention? Am I listening actively to what the other person is saying? The second thing is brevity. Brevity is how effective you are with little words, not your verbal diarrhea. Nobody wants to sit here for 1 hour and listen to you. Everybody has only an attention span of 6 to 8 seconds. Okay, that is the attention span that we have right now. So nobody has the time nor the attention span to listen to you over and over again. So brevity. The third thing is diction and your vocabulary, because how do you sound like you know what you're talking about if you have good diction and good vocabulary? Not like how I'm here, right? So content, the fourth point is content and delivery. Like you have to have solid content, real content, and the delivery matters. How you are delivering, what platforms are you picking to deliver? So sometimes people don't want to associate with a particular brand because they don't believe that brand is worthy enough of their dollars or their rupees or whatever, right? So that is how you have to establish your own authenticity as far as good communication goes. Are you an active listener? Are you effective in your speech? Do you have good diction? And can you deliver on your promise of the true content? Okay. So, okay, in conclusion, here is what I want to request you. I want you to be yourself at all times, be your honest, real selves, and have a message that you, especially if you are public speaking or if you are coming onto the forums to be a panelist on any one of them, have a message, revisit the whole thing that you have to say, have a message, break it down, and be as crisp and effective as possible. Okay, because at the end of the day, what is the value that you're giving to people? That is what you have to think, and that is the only thing people are interested in understanding from you. Okay, so because we can be manipulative words, critical words, hurtful words, harmful words. There's so many negative words that we can be using. Okay, sorry, my computer is shaking a little bit because I'm so hyper. Okay, so but words can be so deceitful, manipulative, and all these, right? Brainwashing, like propaganda and all that stuff. But words are our tool to make the most positive action. Be the most positive change agent in the world, because they can be inspirational, they can be supportive, encouraging, uplifting. Do you want to be a person who is using inspirational, supportive, encouraging words, or do you want to be the manipulative person who people just don't want to be even associated with? Tell your story to the world. What is your origin story? What is your superpower? My superpower is I know my strengths and I know what my ultimate goal is. My personal goal is self actualization. I know that I want to realize my highest potential, because of which I am here on the planet. I know what I stand for. Okay, do you know what you stand for? Tell us your origin story. Tell your story and inspire the shit out of people. Okay, what is my professional goal? To make everybody who touch with me, or whoever strangers to realize their own potential. That is my goal. That's my personal goal. I have a personal one, I have a professional. So tell that origin story to the world, to inspire people to change and bend their mind a little bit. Okay, so because I'm telling you, at in this movement, we are at a critical junction where free will is meeting communal responsibility. Really doing positive things for the community? Are you doing positive things for our justice movement, equality, freedom, and justice that we are fighting for? Are you here for really the game? Question yourself, because this is not a drama that we are sitting here. Critical junction. I want your free will, your freedom of expression, your most important tool in your toolkit to match the responsibility of the community that you owe your life for. Okay, so I'm going to add Priyanka before I. Okay. Hello, Priyanka. Can you
Hi,
hear
how
me?
are you? Yes, I can hear
Hi,
you.
hi.
Can you
Okay.
hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. What is your, why do you think reality is boring and fake narratives are exciting?
Number one, people make them exciting because they want to draw attention.
Yeah,
So they are always very lucrative,
absolutely.
and they have some other agenda because they want that people should get attracted towards them. See, truth will always be bitter.
Yeah,
Truth will
yeah,
always be bitter,
yeah,
and
exactly.
people will not like it, and there will be less followers of true people. That is reality that was there also earlier and now also, because reality is
Yeah,
always very very bitter, and it always comes as a shock, and people are always in a
yeah,
comfortable zone. They like to hear something which is very good in hearing, something which is very appealing to their soul, but most of the
yeah,
times truth is bitter. That's why we don't like the medicines which
absolutely.
are bitter in taste. Which are bitter in taste, we don't like those medicines, but they are always good. But they are always good. So people
Wow.
don't like
Truth,
reality.
truth is a bitter pill to swallow. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, yeah.
And
Amazing.
it is because people, yeah, people are always in their comfortable zone and they like to hear something good. See, for example, if I like some actor or actresses, I will always like to
Yeah,
hear something good about them.
yeah,
And
yeah.
if even if somebody tells
Absolutely.
me that this is this person has done this thing, it's a crime and something like that, I will not believe it until and unless he has not reached to the peak of that crime.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. See, that it's amazing. I think your points are all valid, and you're describing both the psyche of the person who is generating those false claims and also the people who are getting attached to these false claims. So I think
Right,
that's awesome.
right. Yeah, see, because we
That's
always
awesome.
even see, we always prefer comfort in against logic. We always prefer comfort.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Even if we talk,
We,
even if we talk about food also, if I say someone that drink a glass of bitter gourd juice or neem juice, or
yeah,
if I say drink a glass of rasna,
Yeah.
or Coca-Cola,
Obviously,
or maybe
what will
some
we
hard
pick?
drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that bitter gourd will be very good for my health. I know neem will be good for my health. Logic says neem is good. Taste of the tongue says Coca-Cola or Pepsi is good. I will definitely go for Pepsi because it's a taste of my tongue. I like it. So we always
Yeah.
prefer liking in front of logic. So that's the reason.
That's amazing. So I think you put it beautifully, because what is immediately comfortable, we are ready with convenient lies than inconvenient truth. So that's amazing.
Exactly. Yes, yes,
That's
yes.
awesome. Yeah. So
If somebody
I,
says me, yeah, sorry if I'm interrupting you.
no, you're not.
Yeah. Yeah, so if somebody says me, Priyanka, it will be good for your health, sleep on floor, just spread a mattress, I mean a thin bed sheet, and sleep on floor. और
Yeah.
and somebody says me, अरे यार चलो ना मूवी देखेंगे बढ़िया मस्त मस्त बेड सोफा पे बैठ के मूवी देखेंगे and all I will prefer to sit on a sofa or on a mattress rather than sleeping on floor.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
It
like
is the most
people
convenient thing.
don't prefer logic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Hello, Dubai Bhai. Where is Dubai Bhai? He is on the channel. Sir, where are you? Let me send him his. Let me the link. If 1 second, Priyanka. Okay. No, this is. You have valid points here. Let me try to see if I can send it. Did Yash Ji come here? I didn't see him. Sorry, I'm not able to see the comments. They're scrolling by fast. Yeah, and I think Freezam also has fake narratives and lies also travel faster. Yeah, they have lightning speed. They do that. No, Archana, we didn't have your question, Archana. You're welcome to come without camera if you want and ask me the question. Thank you, Priyanka. Anything else you want to say? You're welcome to say. Anant
Thank you,
Kumar.
Priyanka. Anything else you
Okay,
want to
that's
say? You're
somebody.
welcome to say.
I think Anant Kumar, sir, I think your thing. Can you close the YouTube? Yeah, thank you. Namaste.
I'm trying.
I think Anant Kumar, sir, I think you are.
Can you listen?
Can you close the?
So I can tell you what is happening right now. Do you have the YouTube? You're watching it on another tab? Oh, he disappeared. Okay. Okay. So if he doesn't come back in a couple of minutes, we can just wrap up the show. Do you have anything else, Priyanka? Sorry, you're on mute, sweetie. You're on mute. Hold on. Let me try to unmute you. No, I cannot unmute
Okay.
you. Yeah.
Can you hear me? Yeah, there are another
Yeah.
2 3 more points where people prefer more of fake narratives. The reasons are people have their own agendas also, their personal agendas also. That's why they favor such people. And second thing, I don't think
Yeah.
that people who spread fake narratives, they have some important aim in their life.
Yes. Yes.
They don't have any aim. This is a very blunt reason or a logic, I should say, because people, those who have certain aim in their life, they don't indulge in such things actually,
You said
especially
something. You
publicly.
said something I couldn't say. You said something I couldn't say. Very, very nice.
They actually
Yeah.
don't have a clear, crisp aim in their life, and
Yeah.
they get distracted or they get
Yeah.
hurt easily by others' success
Yeah. Yeah.
because
Amazing.
they
Amazing.
are
Yeah.
not
No.
strong enough. yeah, they are not strong enough, to follow their own heart or their own path. So when they see somebody else getting successful, they get hurt. And since they don't have any other option, they keep on pinching that person,
Yeah.
कि
Yeah.
ये हट जाए तो इसकी जगह पे मैं ले लूं.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
that person had, yeah, that person has reached there because of some hard work.
Exactly. You're discrediting the other person who is doing the real stuff by spreading all your false narratives, and you're trying to pull them down because you don't have anything else better to do. I think very well said,
Yes.
because I'll take.
Even if you will throw out that person, even if you will
Yeah.
throw out that person and sit on the chair, you will
Yeah.
not be able to sit long because you have not made that place by your own effort. So you will not be able to digest that success for a long time.
Yeah, absolutely. No, and it is not a sustainable way of succeeding anyway. It's not in the long term. It's not like the best way to achieve success anyway. It's, you are like sitting on top of other people's, badua or whatever. I don't know. It's just like not even the best way to. I'll take Anantji for
Yeah,
1 second, and then you are welcome to stay here, Priyanka. Let me
sure.
unmute him.
Uh,
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt. I'll be leaving because there
Okay.
is some big internet issue. Thank you so
Okay.
much. Bye.
Thank you, Priyanka. Thank you.
Bye.
Anantji, can you try to speak, sir?
Han, namaskar.
Namaste. How are you?
हाँ कृपा है ठीक है.
Okay, आपका what do you think about this? English is okay, आपको?
Yes, of course.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah, I couldn't follow your complete speech,
Okay.
but the part I watched was very good, and particularly the conclusion. The other madam,
Priyanka?
Priyanka, she highlighted also very correctly many things,
Yeah.
such as this truth is always bitter, and it is correct. But again, if I particularly, like I went just now shopping, I'm for my food,
Okay.
and there are all bitter foods, but they are healthy for diet. And
Yeah.
I had many options for the Priyanka, ma'am. Priyanka highlighted very correctly again, but I do think the taste changes. The fatty foods, which I liked maybe 5 years ago more, I don't like right now. Yeah, I like gourd juice. I love karela. I like. I
Wow.
can eat 500 grams
So
of
taste.
karelas in a day.
So
Wait,
you're saying that the fake news might be a matter of taste? Is that what you're saying?
fake news? You mean? What do you mean by fake
Yeah, fake.
news?
Yeah, I'm talking
No,
about
I
fake
mean
news.
fat.
Is it?
Fat.
No,
I mean
I was just extrapolating it. I was just extrapolating it to the topic of the day. I was just, trying to compare it with that. I'm just joking.
Oh, okay. Well, joke is a good thing. I'm a writer by profession, so joke
Okay,
must be in the
nice.
writing.
There you go.
I
You already know
admire
the power of words.
I admire you. You put it in these 4 points. Even the power of word,
Yeah.
it is very correct. If one cannot listen the others, I enjoyed
Yeah.
listening you and also Priyanka, madam. She highlighted very correctly. These things lure us a lot. As she said,
Yeah.
also, I will just go in 20 minutes to the gym.
Yeah.
downstairs in the hotel. So I have in the hotel many so-called luxury things, but I don't use,
Yeah.
because again, what I said, it is relative. The thing changes. They appear to me. There is a like fridge, refrigerator.
Yeah.
Inside there is alcohol, but I don't feel like consuming them. It is in the refrigerator. Many other things. Also, there is a big flat I can show you from the hotel just in front of me. TV screen and with hundreds of private, many sorts of things, but it is closed. I'm enjoying your talk or the the words of Priyanka. See, what I very much like that these things, what she said, they lure us all the time.
Yeah.
Um,
Not as much as real news, though, which is boring usually, and fake
yes,
news
yes.
is the ones that. Yeah. I'll go to Archana. 1 second. Archana.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, what was
I
your
am.
question, sweetie?
हाँ एक्चुअली बैठे बैठे मेरे पास 2-3 क्वेश्चन और आ गए.
Good. बोलिए.
ओके. मतलब फेक नैरेटिव्स की बात हो रही है, बट मैं सिर्फ फेक नैरेटिव्स पे बात नहीं करूंगी बेसिकली, बिकॉज नैरेटिव से ज्यादा इट्स अ वेरी वाइड टर्म, मतलब मुझे ऐसा लगता है. तो मेरा है बेसिकली पर्सन्स को लेके, कि जैसे हम लोग बोलते हैं ना कि दिस पर्सन इज फेक और दिस इज रियल करके. सो मेरा क्वेश्चन है कि जैसे हम लोग जब बोलते हैं फेक पर्सन या रियल पर्सन, तो वहां पे उसकी 2 पर्सनैलिटीज हुई, ठीक है. पर मैंने ऐसे भी लोगों को देखा है और ऐसा पढ़ा भी है मैंने, कि जो लोग होते हैं उनकी 3 पर्सनैलिटीज होती हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल, एक होती है कि जो हम फैमिली को दिखाते हैं, मतलब फैमिली को या क्लोज फ्रेंड्स जो होते हैं हमारे, जो क्लोज वन होते हैं उनको दिखाते हैं. एक होता है कि हम सोसाइटी को दिखाते हैं, मतलब है ना. और एक होता है कि जो हम अकेले होते हैं, तो वो हमारी खुद की पर्सनैलिटी होती है. तो एक तो मुझे इसमें आपका थोड़ा पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू जानना था कि व्हाट इज एक्चुअली. और एक चीज मुझे ये कहनी थी सॉरी, एक चीज मुझे एक और कहना था, मतलब जो फेक नैरेटिव्स की बात हो रहा है, और आई विल इंक्लूड कॉम्प्रोमाइज वर्ड ऑल्सो, ठीक है. बिकॉज आजकल ना ये टर्म मैंने बहुत सुना है फ्रॉम अ वेरी लॉन्ग टाइम, कॉम्प्रोमाइज, एंड आई डोंट एक्चुअली गेट द कि ये एक्चुअली है क्या. स्पेशली जब हम कॉम्प्रोमाइज बोलते हैं, तो पीपल यूज टू इसे हमेशा लोग आई वुड से रिलेशन से क्या बोलते हैं, कनेक्ट करने की कोशिश करते हैं हर जगह से, मतलब रिलेशंस पे ही आके बोलते हैं कि लाइक सपोज रचना जी, मैंने आपके लिए इतना कॉम्प्रोमाइज किया तो आप इतना नहीं कर सकते. सो आई मीन्स टू से कि कॉम्प्रोमाइज हमेशा रिलेशंस पे क्यों आता है. बिकॉज अगर मैं अपनी मॉम की हेल्प कर रही हूँ, तो वो मैं आउट ऑफ लव कर रही हूँ. अगर मेरी मॉम है, वो मेरे घर में सब लोगों की केयर कर रही है, तो वो आउट ऑफ लव कर रही है. तो सेम अगर हम किसी रिलेशन में हम कुछ भी काम कर रहे हैं, तो वो हम मतलब हम अपना 100% देना चाहते हैं, दैट इज वाई हम करें. सेम एज मतलब मैं इसलिए ये चीज बोल रही हूँ, बिकॉज मैंने फैमिली कोर्ट में जब मैं थी, तो वहां पे मैंने देखा कि हस्बैंड वाइफ के जो केसेस होते थे, तो बेसिक कंप्लेन इज कि आपने कॉम्प्रोमाइज नहीं किया, मैं तो कॉम्प्रोमाइज कर रही थी या फिर मैं कॉम्प्रोमाइज कर रहा था. सो आई डोंट गेट दिस कंसेप्ट ऑफ कॉम्प्रोमाइज. आप 2 लोगों ने शादी करा, उसके बाद यू बोथ हैव टू गिव 100%, राइट. ये कॉम्प्रोमाइज वर्ड कहाँ से आया, मतलब आई डोंट गेट. क्योंकि मुझे ऐसा लगता है, जो मेरा कंसेप्ट है इस पर्टिकुलर कॉम्प्रोमाइज वर्ड को लेके या फेक जो भी है, because you want to avoid the reality, or reality in the sense you just want to blame someone else. You don't want to take blame on yourself. That is why these 2 words came into existence, ठीक है. फेक बोला तो भी दूसरे के सर पे फुटेगा, कॉम्प्रोमाइज बोला तो भी दूसरे को ही ब्लेम करना है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इसका बहुत सिंपल सा एग्जाम्पल, अगर मैंने अपनी फैमिली के लिए कुछ किया, हाँ, तो आई थिंक वो मेरा डिसीजन है, ठीक. तो उसके लिए अगर फ्यूचर में कुछ भी कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस होंगे, तो वो मेरा खुद का डिसीजन है. तो दैट इज व्हाई देयर इज नो वन टू ब्लेम, बट मुझे खुद को ब्लेम करना है. एंड वो आई थिंक मैं खुद को ब्लेम करके ज्यादा सेटिस्फाइड होंगी, रादर देन कि मैं अपने मॉम या डैड को ब्लेम करूं. सेकंड सिचुएशन है कि सपोज अगर मैंने अपने पेरेंट्स के कहने पे कुछ किया, हाँ,
Yeah.
और वहां पे अगर कुछ गड़बड़ हुआ तो वहां पे फिर मैं अपनी फैमिली को ब्लेम करूंगी।
ब्लेम कर
तो
सकते हो,
मुझे
या
ऐसा हाँ एग्जैक्टली तो ये दो सिचुएशंस है। तो मुझे लगता है ये जो चीजें है ना, ये जो वर्ड्स एक्चुअली बहुत ज्यादा आजकल चल रहे हैं, फेक एंड कॉम्प्रोमाइज, इट्स द बेसिक रीजन, बिकॉज क्योंकि हम अपने सर पे नहीं चीजें फोड़ना चाहते, हमें दूसरे के सर पे चीजें फोड़नी है। तो द बेस्ट थिंग इज की फेक नैरेटिव, कॉम्प्रोमाइज या जो भी कुछ हम बोल लें,
Yeah.
बिकॉज हमें, क्योंकि क्या होता है ना मैम, जैसे कि लोग आजकल इतना ज्यादा डरते हैं, इतना ज्यादा
Yeah.
डरते हैं कि वो अपनी चीजें मतलब मतलब अपनी मतलब अपने बारे में उन्हें कुछ सुनना नहीं है, या अपने ऊपर वो निगेटिव नहीं ले सकते, बिकॉज आप जो काम कर रहे हो उसके लिए सोलली रिस्पॉन्सिबल आप होगे, ना तो आपके पेरेंट्स, ना तो आपके
Yeah.
भाई बहन, या ना तो आपके फ्रेंड्स। अगर आपके फ्रेंड्स ने आपको बोला कि चल चल के दारू पीते हैं, तो उसके बाद अगर आपने
Hmm.
कार पोल पे ठोक दी और उसके बाद अगर 7-8 लोग आपके कार के अंदर मर गए, तो यू आर द ओनली रिस्पॉन्सिबल। फॉर एग्जाम्पल
Yeah.
मेरे कॉलेज में व्हेन आई वाज डूइंग मास्टर्स, सो एक
Hmm.
पेरेंट्स मतलब एक लड़का था, ही वाज आई थिंक ग्रेजुएशन में जस्ट एडमिशन हुआ था, उसके पेरेंट्स ने उसको
Hmm.
4 व्हीलर दे दी, ठीक है।
Hmm.
उस 4 व्हीलर में आफ्टर जो फ्रेशर्स पार्टी होती है, 7 स्टूडेंट्स को बिठा
Hmm.
के वो कहीं लेके जा रहा था, ही वाज ड्रंक, उसने जाके पोल में
Oh.
गाड़ी ठोक दी, पोल कार के ऊपर गिर गया एंड सबके सब डेथ हो गई, ठीक है। सो आई मीन टू से यहाँ पे अब रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी किसकी, यहाँ पे रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी पेरेंट्स की, राइट। जो बच्चा रिस्पॉन्सिबल नहीं है, जो खुद को नहीं संभाल पा रहा, जिसे शायद खुद की नाक भी पोंछनी नहीं आती होगी, उसको आपने 4 व्हीलर पकड़ा दी, मतलब आप खुद तो जाओगे, दूसरों को भी लेके जाओगे। तो आई थिंक रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बहुत मैटर करती है। और आजकल जो लोगों को ये चला है ना, ये नयापन की लाडला या बहुत लव या पैम्पर्ड, आई थिंक वी शुड टीच एटलीस्ट आवर किड्स नॉट टू बी पैम्पर्ड बट टू बी रिस्पॉन्सिबल फर्स्ट।
Okay, so we
So
have a lot of ideas here to unpack. So so see, to answer
sorry,
your question.
बहुत लॉन्ग हो गया।
No. I'm just trying to derive the final question. यहाँ पे, like what we are trying to talk here. The idea is, I think, यहाँ पे जो whatever you are doing the analysis between fake and compromised narratives and all those things, it is absolutely true. तो क्या है, Archana, if you are the victim, right? If you are acting as the victim, कि it is so easy. Oh, Sushant's family doesn't say anything about this. We are fighting so much. Why should only we fight? Why can't they come and fight, right? If that is the kind of question that we are asking, what we can do is we can play the victim and say that हाँ हमें अभी कुछ नहीं करना है, because they are not themselves doing anything, so why should we try so hard? So we can keep on so spinning narratives like this, right? If compromise की बात कर रही हो यहाँ पे, and if I say my child is a picky eater, so picky eater मतलब क्या है? I have given my child that responsibility to eat and take care of himself. Now, as a mother, I'm playing the victim and I don't have to do anything. I can just say, oh, he हमेशा वो picky eater है. He's not eating, well. He doesn't eat well. He's always बहुत तंग करता है and all that. Then immediately you become the victim and you don't have to do anything. The reason why people pick all these narratives is because they can be, I think she dropped off, but they can be in the victim mode and they can let, not have to do anything. They can just sit in passive inaction. That is the reason why all these narratives keep coming. And I think parental responsibility or parental culpability hai, obviously in giving, there's so many children who get, I have, there is a child who has a black Mercedes and a white Mercedes because she likes to ride the white Mercedes in the night and the in the black Mercedes in the morning and all kinds of things. So there is an issue of parental culpability. And when I ask the parents, why did you buy 2 Mercedes, then those 2 Benz cars, they say that, oh, it is all safety, right? So I want my child to be safe, so that's why I bought her those cars. So parental culpability, we can talk about the mistakes that parents also do, like that's a longer session. But to your point, acting in, even in the family court that you see, blame game, if you play that victim card and put blame on somebody else, you don't have to do anything. You can just sit back and you can be action free. So that is the reason why a lot of people actually play the blame game. To your point, let's see if there are any comments here. Do you have any follow-up? Are you thinking something? Uh, everybody wants to keep your camera on, but I think she is. Yeah, she is. No, Archana is very good at that. Yes, sir. Anant ji. Yeah. I think you are on mute. Hold on. Let me try to unmute you. Yeah.
बहुत अच्छे, बहुत अच्छे. ये अर्चना मैडम ने जो बोला,
Yeah.
ये चार पॉइंट उनके काफी अच्छे रहे. एक तो उन्होंने वो डिफरेंट फेसेस की बात की, और
Yeah.
fear, compromise, or blaming on others.
Yeah.
एक जापानी प्रोवर्ब है जो बोलता है, I have many faces. The one face I show to the outside world. Then there is another face which I show to acquaintances. Yeah.
Family, acquaintances ko something, strangers ko something, public persona something.
Acquaintances.
Yeah.
He means not friend. Well, I write in German. In German, acquaintance means not friend.
Okay.
And third is friend. Then I have third face, which I have friend. And in German, Freund is, you tell someone Freund, you can't tell to me a friend. In German, you say Freund when you are very close to me. Yeah. When we know each other very well. So he said the third phase is for die Freunde, for the friends, and the fourth phase I keep only for myself.
Okay.
And I contemplate with this alone.
So three. So I said three phases. One for the society, one for the closed one that includes your family and your close friends, and third one for yourself. Three phases.
I think he had a fourth one. What did you say? Fourth one?
अर्चना मैडम ठीक बोल रही हैं. ये फोर्थ वन इसलिए आ रहा है कि ये जर्मन सोसाइटी में जो है, ये फ्रेंड इज इन टू कैटेगरीज. You say hello and you can be very good, you can go along. But to say friend is something more, that the friend comes into your house, or he knows something about your personality, or other way around. So that is why Archana madam ठीक बोल रही हैं 3, और ये 4 उसलिए होता है.
नहीं सर, ओके, मेरा थग लाइफ का वीडियो निकाल देंगे इफ आई से एनीथिंग, बट आप राइटर हो तो क्रिस्पली कैन यू से वन फाइनल लाइक सेंटेंस? व्हाट आर यू थिंकिंग?
Well, I can underline your sentence, what you said.
Okay.
Be as true to yourself, as close to the truth of your personality and I will use my one phrase. I do compromise. Archana madam ye boli, aap bhi boli. I do compromise, but this compromise must have to do with my goals and with my visions. तो वो बोली, वो और एक मैडम आई थी यहाँ इनके पहले. वो कौन मैडम थी? प्रियंका. हाँ, कि वो उनकी बात कर रही थी विजन की और इसकी. I do compromise with publishers, with my agent, but this must have to do with my goals and visions.
Same here. I also compromise a lot, especially if my ultimate goal, and of course, compromise in a positive way. I am ready to, come midway or like try to negotiate and close a deal. I'm ready to compromise and come midway to make that thing happen if it is in my bigger agenda. Like if it falls into in line with my bigger agenda. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I know the
Yes,
word
community
compromise
yeah.
has a negative connotation, like how Sumi is saying that it has a negative connotation, but hey,
Yes.
but we all understand what it means, so it's
Yeah,
okay.
and it even if I don't like this compromise, Sumi madam ठीक बोल रही हैं
Yeah,
कि she doesn't like.
yeah,
Sometimes I don't like this compromise, but I do if it helps to my vision and goal.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hi.
Anand Kumar ji, I'm just going to go to Girja ji for 1 second. Yeah, thank you, sir.
जी, मैं सुन रहा हूँ.
Okay. Girja ji, how are you? Let me remove
Hi,
that.
I'm doing great.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah. Actually, my YouTube was on, I think, so it was making noise as I entered.
Oh, okay,
Now, is
that's
it
fine.
okay? It's
Yeah, yeah.
okay? Yeah, okay. So I was listening to this discussion about compromise.
Yeah.
Now, that is a negative term.
Yeah.
Now, how do we look at something depends on the situation. It is all a perspective, right? So, if, say, for example, she was giving the example of marriage. In a marriage, why do we say use the word compromise? Now, if my marriage life goes happy, and then even though in no marriage it is always going to be 100% expectations fulfilled, but then always you go some way, the other person comes ahead. Like it may be one person going 60%, the other person going 40%. You cannot say always it is 50-50%. Sometimes one day you may be going 90% of the way, the person may only go 10%. Mood may be bad, health may be bad, or situations may be bad. Some other situation, the other person may come 70% of the way and you may go only 30% of the way. Depends on situation. So again, as long as this balance keeps on going, happening, then you don't feel that one person is not always doing it, then the person doesn't feel shortchanged.
Yeah, exactly.
The moment the person feels that I am always going 90%, 95%, and the person is not even moving an inch, that is when the person feels I'm compromising. Otherwise, you are only integrating. What is happening is, say, my husband likes some particular kind of food. I may not like that food, but then in the beginning of when we got married, I'm not even used to that food, but that is a food that he has been eating, his family has been cooking. So we start cooking that food. Then after some time, you realize that is his favorite dish. And because you love him and you cook often that for him and you begin to eat it, it becomes a cultivated taste for you. You also begin to like it. So very often, without even our knowledge, we get integrated and we get probably, inculcated into the system. It becomes a part of us. We integrate into that system. But there are certain things that we give up totally, and there is no space for you to pursue that. Even if you want it, deliberately you are kept away from it. That is when again you feel you're compromising. Like, for example, you may want to sing. And if somebody tells you, no, I don't want you to sing at all. I don't like Carnatic music. You cannot sing at all. Right? Even if there is nobody at home, and if you are caught singing, the person gets angry and he throws things at you. Then you feel you're compromised. So it all depends on the love that you have in that relationship. The moment you are feeling victimized or compromised, that is the perspective that we get, because I'm looking at it from that vantage point of view. I'm looking at it that I'm a victim of this marriage.
And society's definition at large, right? Like, what is society's definition? I'm not expected to compromise beyond this or something. Even though you are okay and your personal your love is there for that person, and you are ready to do all these things.
That. But ultimately, it is not the society that is going to determine your happiness. Ultimately, it is you, yourself, your life. If you are starving, the society is not going to come and feed you. If your child is starving, the society is not going to come and take care of it. They're only there to talk. So as long as we realize that, and then we are true to that relationship, we will understand ourselves. What is the language that is going on here? Am I compromising or am I integrating? Right?
But I think
that is one thing.
Yeah. No, please continue.
Yeah. And another thing that we were talking about is that victim syndrome, victim, rescuer, persecutor syndrome, right? So in a house, say, for example, there is mother, father, child, and the child is not kept the room well, and the mother is shouting at the child, and the father enters the house. it is possible that he sides with the mother and says, why are you doing this? Right? And at that point, until now, mother was the persecutor. And the child was, what is this? I'm tired. Now, father comes, and father also takes this thing of the mother and tells the child. Then it is possible that sometimes mother and father both gang up together. Sometimes mother will go to the side of the child, leave it. Hum dono settle kar denge. You don't interfere in this. Then suddenly the father becomes a persecutor, and these two people get together. And sometimes the child may join the side of the mother, and the father is kept aside.
Exactly.
Sometimes the father may take the child of the child,
that is
and
happening
then the mother
in our
is kept
society.
sidelined.
That is happening in our
Everywhere.
society.
Everywhere. Yeah. I was yesterday watching one conversation. Now that we are talking about Sushant, if I can do that. So there was this conversation where there was in a particular site, the host was talking about how recently Archana has talked that that she has been given some offers. She was given some offers by Sanjay Leela Bansali in some favorite movies and all that she had to give up because she was in love with Sushant and she couldn't. She didn't want to take up those offers because she cared more for him than those offers. So he said, now that he's not alive, she shouldn't be talking about this. Okay. So one of the people who were watching, like now I have joined your stream, one person joined the stream, and she said, no, Sushant and Archana used to form a beautiful pair. So it is possible that Sanjay Leela Bansali wanted to cast both of them because it is in public domain that he has also invited Sushant. So the anchor said, but he has only said, I invited Sushant. He never said, I invited Archana. Right? So why do you want to speak for her? It is my prerogative because I believe that when a person is dead, somebody should not speak about them because they are making him a victim because he cannot defend himself. So why are others talking in favor of a person who can talk and who is presenting a point of view? Right? So sometimes victim is somebody who is defenseless.
That is true.
And we are creating fake narratives like we were discussing about the victim because maybe in favor of the victim or against the victim, whoever, whatever way it is, in favor of the person who is not there. So if you're speaking in favor of the person, you are not making him a victim, you are making him a hero. If you're speaking against the person who has passed away, then you're making him a victim. In both the cases, he is not there to substantiate the case.
That is true. That is true.
So our perspective determines what stand we take, whether we are going to victimize him or whether we are going to make him heroic. So it is very clear the moment we make him, heroic, it is very clear what stand we are making him. The moment we, exactly. So
you have to know. You have to know in your own heart, like what is the story that you want?
Yes, how true are you to that particular cause, right? You can't be keeping your legs on both the boats. You can't say on the one hand, I support Sushant, and on the other hand, you can't support people who say that I don't think Sushant was murdered. You say that he couldn't have committed suicide, but I don't think he was murdered. Then what are you saying?
That is so true.
Right?
That is so true.
So yes, exactly. So you can't support that person. So I feel that we have to be very clear where we are. That is very important. That's all I wanted to share.
Thank you,
it was a very
Girija.
beautiful discussion. You conduct very beautifully. I love watching it, sometimes online, sometimes later, but amazing job you're doing.
Thank you. Anand ji wants to say something. Thank you.
Yes, I'm waiting. Yes.
Okay.
I'll mute myself.
ये मैडम जो अभी बोली, इनका नाम क्या है?
गिरिजा जी.
ये मैडम गिरिजा जी जो बात की, वो आपकी बात बोली कि you have to be as close, truer to yourself. और ये चीज ये बोल रही थी. मेरा एक प्रश्न और है, और it is a big philosophical question in every Orient and Occidental culture about fear. एक मैडम जो बोली, और हर एक ने ये बात आप भी बोल रही थी गिरिजा मैडम, फियर के बारे में, कि फियर, it is it is a very immediate component of human life.
Yeah.
In Dhoni, SSR says, or Dhoni says, कि मैच के पहले थोड़ा सी घबराहट वो ठीक है. And fear can be of many many types and many times.
Yeah.
Even I like also fear, especially when I go for my performances. So a little fear that gives me a kick.
It's the greatest motivator. Yeah.
It's not only like you said, it's the greatest motivator. Some butterflies in the stomach makes you very serious about what you're taking up. You won't take it lightly. Say, even though I may be a trainer and I may be doing the same topic the 50th time, each time I will go prepared, because you know the audience can ask any questions. You might have forgotten, or you have to keep on updating yourself. So as per the audience profile, you will keep on doing it. So some amount of butterflies in the stomach is there naturally because you respect the audience.
Yeah.
But not because you doubt yourself or because you doubt your integrity. ये दोनों में फर्क है.
Yeah.
और दूसरी बात है कि fear should not be something that is used to exploit you. Fear is a very, very strong emotion, and people use that fear to exploit you. They create fear in you which was not originally there sometimes.
Yeah. And
right?
that is
like
what,
for example, we
fake
hear
narratives
when
are
Sushant
feeding
is saying, what will happen to me, right?
Yeah.
That fear. They're talking about it. He was aware what he was doing. He was doing everything. But then probably when the death happened to Disha, he became aware that, yes, now the tentacles are coming closer. Probably he was expecting that Disha also was there on his side and both together will disclose something, will make a press meeting. That was the plan originally. Now that she died, then he came to know that probably there are people who out there know what they were about to do. So if they have closed in on her, then probably he will be the next victim. So that was a fear. And so fear is something that people use very strongly. They use it. They create fear. Like why insurance policies? They create fear, and that is how they clear all the time.
Fake narratives
insurance
are
policies.
feeding into,
Exactly.
fake narratives are feeding into our inherent fear. Yeah.
Either need for fear or need for excitement, all those things, right? That is why it is being like fake. Why are fake narratives so exciting? We know very well that Sushant can't be alive, but still how come people are going and sitting in the channel? All the people sitting there are writing there. All the people sitting there are writing there. He's not alive. Why are you talking that bullshit? But still they go there. Why? Why do we waste our time?
Archana, you have something to say?
Yes, go ahead, please.
एक्चुअली एक क्वेश्चन था, मैंने सोचा कि पूछूं. एक्चुअली ये क्वेश्चन मुझे बहुत टाइम से परेशान थोड़ा सा कर रहा था. मुझे एक चीज पूछनी थी. जैसे हम जब बात करते हैं विक्टिम और विक्टिम कार्ड, ऑब्वियसली दीज टू थिंग्स आर डिफरेंट, राइट? नाउ माय क्वेश्चन इज, फॉर एग्जांपल अगर कोई लड़की है, सपोज उसने डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस टाइप से अपने घर में झेला, ठीक है. अब अगर वो रोए, सपोज अगर वो रोए तो पब्लिक बोलेगी कि विक्टिम कार्ड खेल रही, ठीक. और अगर वो अपने लिए फाइट करे तो लोग बोलेंगे कि ऐसा लग रहा है कि इसी के साथ बुरा हुआ है. और अगर वो फाइट कुछ ज्यादा ही करे, सपोज अगर कोर्ट वोट में लेके चले जाए या कुछ ज्यादा हो जाए, तो फिर लोग उसका कैरेक्टर असैसिनेट करने लग जाते हैं, राइट? और फिर देयर इज अ लिमिट कि इतना ज्यादा कैरेक्टर पे लोग बोल जाते हैं, इतना ज्यादा बोल जाते हैं कि एक टाइम लिमिट के बाद उससे कुछ इफेक्ट नहीं करता, एंड लोग कोर्ट में बोलते हैं कि भाई तुम लाइफ से जाओ, मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, तुम जो बोलते हो बोलो. सो माय क्वेश्चन इज कि ऐसे केसेस में विक्टिम कार्ड क्या है और विक्टिम कौन है? बिकॉज होता क्या है कि अब आप आंसुओं को तो टेस्ट कर नहीं सकते कि किसके रियल है किसके रॉन्ग है, राइट? वो आप सिर्फ सिर्फ कोई रो रहा है तो आप नहीं बता सकते कि कौन सही है कौन गलत है. और आप किसी की फाइट को देख के भी नहीं बोल सकते कि वो एक सही कॉज के लिए लड़ रहा है कि गलत कॉज के लिए लड़ रहा है. तो ऐसे भी चीजें होती हैं कि एक लिमिट, जो मैम ने बोला ना, फियर, दैट वाज ट्रू. फियर एक बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग इमोशन है, और एक टाइम ऐसा आता है सभी की लाइफ में कि वो होता है कि दिस इज इट. अब इसके बाद फिर फियर भी नहीं लगता और किसी चीज से नहीं लगता. उसके बाद फिर आप सिर्फ ऊपर ही जाते हो, फिर आप नीचे नहीं आते हो. ये ऐसा ग्राफ होता है. सो मतलब मुझे ये समझ में नहीं आता कि व्हाट इज विक्टिम एंड व्हाट इज विक्टिम कार्ड. मतलब ये दोनों चीजें, क्योंकि एक लिमिट ऐसी होती है कि जो विक्टिम एक्चुअली में होता है फिर वो सामने वाले को विक्टिम बना देता है, क्योंकि फिर देयर इज अ लिमिट कि आफ्टर दैट उसको कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता कि आप उसको क्या बोलते हो.
Correct. So when you are the victim, really the person who is suffering is the victim. But you are not suffering, but you act as though you are suffering. Then you are playing the sub-victim card. You are actually not going through it, but you are exaggerating the circumstances and you're trying to get sympathy from people when it is not the truth. So you're playing the victim card.
Yeah.
That's
And
it.
especially when you play the victim card, the other person becomes the victim.
Becomes a victim. Yes.
This is awesome. So thank you, Girja ji, for coming.
Thank
And
you.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
See you.
Okay. I can
Bye-bye.
also thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Anandji, I'm going to conclude. Just want to wrap up with the things that I was just saying about good speech and everything. Do you have anything else? You're good?
ये अभी जो आई थी वो कौन थी? पूजा मैडम थी?
So गिरजा जी यहाँ पे है अभी स्क्रीन में, and then
I'm not able to.
I can remove you.
Yeah,
if you
just
want.
remove me from this.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. So yes, so Archana was there. Archana was there earlier. So I just want to.
I forgot your name.
My name is Rachana. We are both anagram.
Rachana madam.
Yeah.
This Pooja madam said one sentence. If you followed, she said एक ग्राफ होता है, उसके बाद वो ऊपर जाता है और सिर्फ उसके बाद वो ऊपर जाता है.
Yeah.
How did you understand that? I understood if you have overcome such type of fear on the individual level, on your personal level, then you are beyond that, and then this graph goes only up. Did she mean that? How did you understand?
So okay, so fear. Okay, so let's do this quickly, unpacking this a little bit here. Just want to share the screen. I think, are you talking about Priyanka or Archana?
नहीं, पूजा मैडम जो बोले ना कि वो victim and victimize, और जब वो आंसू बहाती हैं और किस पर, then there was a sentence. Well, it is not necessary. Everything was very good. I learned a lot. But she said one sentence about the graph, कि when उसके बाद वो graph सिर्फ ऊपर ही जाता है.
Okay, I think Archana, do you want to comment on that? I think I have a theory.
Yes, ma'am. हाँ, मैं इसमें एक चीज बताती हूँ. ग्राफ का जो सर ने बोला कि हाउ यू कैन कि ऊपर ही जाएगा ग्राफ. एक्चुअली मैं बताती हूँ, मैं जब स्कूल में थी तो मुझे ना स्टेज से बहुत डर लगता था. स्टेज में जाने से कुछ भी हो, कोई भी जो स्कूल में नॉर्मल मॉर्निंग असेंबली में कुछ भी आप बोलते हैं, कोई भी चीज, मुझे स्टेज थोड़ा फोबिया टाइप का था, मुझे इतने सारे लोगों के सामने बोलने में या कुछ भी सो देयर वाज अ टीचर, आई थिंक मेरे मैथ्स टीचर थे, तो उन्होंने मुझसे एक चीज कही. उन्होंने बोला कि तुम्हें डर क्यों लगता है? तो मैंने कहा पता नहीं, पर मुझे डर लगता है. तो वो कहते थे ओके ठीक है, अगर डर लगता है तो जस्ट थिंक ऑफ वर्स्ट सिचुएशन, जितना तुम गलत सोच सकते हो सोच लो. फॉर एग्जाम्पल कि सपोज तुमने कोई चीज प्लेज, सपोज तुमने गलत भी बोल दी, सपोज प्लेज बोल रहे हो, आपने गलत बोल दी, क्या होगा? टीचर मार देगी. और क्या होगा? स्कूल से निकाल देंगे. दिस इज द लास्ट थिंग. स्कूल से निकाल देंगे, उसके बाद क्या होगा? पेरेंट्स पीट देंगे. इससे ज्यादा क्या हो सकता है? इससे ज्यादा कुछ नहीं हो सकता. दिस इज द लिमिट, ठीक है, उस डर की. सो एंड आई अप्लाइड दिस थिंग, मींस दिस आई वुड से दिस आइडिया होल ऑफ माय लाइफ. एंड आई एक्चुअली मतलब मैंने ये चीज अपने पर्सनल लाइफ में देखा है कि अगर आपका जो डर होता है ना, अगर आप उसको इस लिमिट तक बढ़ा दो कि लास्ट में आपको ऐसा लगे कि अब आपके पास खोने के लिए कुछ नहीं है, तो बिलीव मी आफ्टर दैट आपके लिए सिर्फ पाने के लिए रहता है, खोने के लिए तो कुछ नहीं रहता. सो दिस इज हाउ आई थिंक एक्चुअली कि मतलब अब सॉरी बट एक्चुअली आई थिंक लाइक दैट.
ज्यादा हो गया फिलॉसफी. No, this is good stuff. But sometimes ना it gives you at least a mental strength, because ये क्योंकि आपको और तो कोई कुछ सपोर्ट, मतलब एक बहुत सारे सिचुएशंस ऐसे होते हैं कि आप कभी
किसी को कुछ नहीं बोल पा रहे, किसी को कुछ शेयर नहीं कर पा रहे, तो एट दैट टाइम यू आर द सपोर्ट ऑफ योर सेल्फ. सो एट दैट टाइम व्हाट यू विल डू. और फियर ऐसी चीज है, डर तो बहुत सारी चीजों से लगता है, बट समटाइम्स यू हैव टू ओवरकम दैट ना. बिकॉज अगर अपने फैमिली को बोला, सपोज कि अब मुझे जैसे आउट ऑफ कहीं जाना है मुझे, अब मुझे पता है कि अगर मैं अकेले नहीं गई, अगर मैंने फैमिली को बोला कि चलो मेरे साथ चलो, तो दे विल से कि अरे ठीक है ना, तुम्हें जाना है तो जाओ, या फिर बोलेंगे कि चलो अभी मेरे पास अभी टाइम नहीं है. सपोज अगर उन्होंने ये बोल दिया मेरे पास टाइम नहीं है, मैं नहीं जा सकता, या पापा लोगों ने मना कर दिया सपोज, सो एट दैट टाइम मेरा रहता है कि नहीं, अगर मुझे हल्का सा भी डाउट है कि वो मना करेंगे, तो आई विल की भाई मेरा काम है, मुझे करना है, एंड आई विल गो बाय एनी हाउ आई विल. So I think ये थोड़ा सा मेरा लॉजिक था, गलत हो सकता है, I don't know, but मेरे लिए तो सही काम करा अभी तक.
We can unpack fear in a different schedule, in a different session, but basically see, whatever you are telling yourself for tasalli, for yourself to like keep moving forward, is whatever works for you. So whatever narrative you tell for yourself to prep yourself up to reach that goal, whether anybody, your parents come with you or your friends come with you along with you or not, is whatever you tell to calm down your nervousness and get started is good enough. And sometimes I feel like you have to lower your standards a little bit to get started, because if you have a gigantic goal and you're like always constantly afraid about how you'll achieve it, lower that threshold and slowly start baby steps and get to that ultimate thing. So anyway, so that's all I had. Archana, anything else? Anantji, anything else? We can wrap up.
No ma'am. Yes ma'am, I'm going. आप मैम जब बोलते हो ना, मुझे आपसे एक रिक्वेस्ट है, आप प्लीज अपने शो पे थोड़ा ज्यादा बोला करो, मैं आप ही को सुनने आती हूँ.
Okay, no. I will try to allow like segments for where group discussion can happen and where I can speak uninterruptedly.
Yes. At least 1 hour for yourself and yourself only. That's it.
No, thank you. I appreciate your kind words. Thank you. So
okay, bye ma'am.
Okay, bye. Thank you. Okay, Anandji, I'm wrapping up. Thank you.
Good. It was very enriching, and it was philosophical, because the whole subject and theme and your talk was also, and the life is a philosophy. So you gave a lot of time, and I learned and I enjoyed, and I'm thankful to all of you.
Thank you, Anandji.
As the thumb goes up, we want justice for SSR.
Yes, absolutely. Thumb God. Okay, Anandji, I'll see you next time. Bye. Thank you. Okay, so just wrapping up those 4 words, 4 things that we were talking about, how to, so remember again, when you are here on a public platform, anywhere you are, try to consolidate and condense and speak quickly, effectively, because people don't have a whole lot of time here, okay, in life. So what we have to do is set an intention. What do you want to say? Have clear agenda of what you want to say. And those 4 points that are very, very important about how good communication happens is, be an active listener. First, listen, because 90% of your answer lies in their own question itself. Okay, because the other person is probably just thinking and ruminating and getting their thoughts outside. Okay, so the next thing is brevity. Like, please be effective and quick and crisp. Next thing is develop a unstoppable diction for yourself, so that you sound true to yourself and you also sound like you know what you're talking about. 4th thing is content and delivery. Delivery matters. What platform you choose to deliver your message, where you're delivering your message, whether publicly or privately. Even if you want to make your child do anything, your coworker do anything, or you want a local politician to do anything, words matter. So please use them effectively and make sure that you are using the words that don't compromise your own values as a human being. Are they being manipulative? Are they being critical, hurtful, hateful, deceptive? That is the big thing. Or are they acting as positive agents of change? Are they inspiring? Are they supportive? Are they encouraging? Are they just changing the other person, bending their mind to make them also inspire for higher things in their life, aspiring for dreams and goals? Is it moving them? Like, your words should move mountains for positivity. Okay, so please, where individual free will meets communal responsibility, at the junction, we are here where we are fighting for equality, justice, and freedom. So use your words carefully, pick the right words of choice, and please become unstoppable. Let's go. Until next time, goodbye. Okay, let me get off the... I will keep some comments. Okay, let's see. Compromising. Thank you, everybody. Divine justice के बारे में कुछ बोलिए. Divine justice. Okay, thank you. Goodbye, guys. Next time we'll try to do fear and any other ideas I get. Courage. I'll keep reading all these comments and see if you guys have some ideas. I see fear keep repeating bar. So courage is one of the pillars of future strong. So we'll work on that. Okay, until next time, goodbye.